Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Psychonauts. So we're still kind of wandering around the open area, working our way to the next point, in which I imagine we'll get more tutorialization in the mission. Um, One thing I think that is worth mentioning is that every time I launch this game, which has been several times in setting it up, there has been a requirement on Steam's part to install a specific version of like the Microsoft C runtime or DirectX or something like that. There's something that is just like reinstalling specifically to be run by this program that requires it just to be reinstalled every time it's launched. And that's annoying, to say the least. See, this guy seems to be all over the place as the caretaker of the area. I thought for certain that there was a decent chance that was going to be it.
Excuse me, Mr. Ranger, but I'm looking for Sasha Nine's lab.
Well, now, even if I knew where it was, and if it were down here, and even if you were very, very close to it right now, you shouldn't be poking around here. This forest is off limits. Now get!
So, yeah, this guy seems to be kind of all over the place. And just walking in this direction, this triggered a cutscene I was not expecting. I also found a fast travel section that seemed like would have
that you?
got me to this point.
Looking at me?
Maybe you should try getting over yourself? There were a lot of other people on that stage besides you.
No, just now. In the woods. No. It must have been something else. You don't smell like pond scum.
Nice. You should write greeting cards.
There was some sort of shadowy being out there. Lurking. Watching.
I know of only one creature who fits that description. It likes to hide in dark places, silently watching unsuspecting children from a distance.
Really? Who?
You, tree sitter!
Okay, that's a weird cutscene to just trigger in the middle of all of this. I also need a ridiculous amount of currency. So
That looks like fun.
It's work. I'm testing a low-orbit spaceplane design.
think I can make that jump over there? I don't think I can. We'll go this way. We'll go this way. And try not to end up accidentally landing on something. There's clearly a lot of collectibles in this game that we're gonna have to deal with and collect eventually, but kind of to a point where it's not really worth your time to try and get them all now, because you will just get them later. Yeah, it seems like we are very close to reaching where we need to be, either through the sewer or through the gates. Otherwise, I could... Let's see. Yeah, I'm still very much confused that you can simply not use the right and left trigger on this menu. Like, that seems like something that would have been easy to fix or patch. I could go somewhere else and look some more.
Hey, you're that new
kid, ain't you?
Well, I'm doing
See,
some
I'm not
advanced
sure if
training
some of
right
these
now, as a matter of fact,
sequences
so I don't think
disappear
new kid
if
is
I
really
don't
a name
talk
that you
to
wanna get
everybody
too used to saying.
at the
Hold
first.
on there. You're not doing Sasha 9's advanced training that he does in his secret underground lab, are you? Hidden deep within the iron walls of the GPC, where no one can hear you screaming?
Why, yes, I am.
Sakes alive.
Well, nice knowing you.
Hey, you guys sound great.
Much obliged, partner.
That's really catchy.
Thanks a lot, man.
So, yeah. I kind of feel like we've got to go and look at some other areas here. I think we got to go check out these other areas. And just in case it changes in the next section, this has been our first opportunity. There is a decent chance that we will simply have the same ability to investigate and run around in between multiple levels. There, we found a scavenger hunt item. It's a little weird though that there's like 16 of those. I wonder if you can only find the first 8 and then... Interesting. It ran inside the tree and up the tree. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you could only find a certain number of them.
Nope, still won't budge. Nope, still won't budge.
Let's see. So I'm gonna have to put something there to blow that rock out. And here we can see that there will be bears. You really don't need to get the arrowheads. Like, they're not infinite.
I saw Nils peeking into a hole in the girl's cabin.
I'm hiding. And I thought, oh, Nils.
Hey, Dogen, I got a secret for you. Nils.
Hey, not fair. Whispering is so rude.
I don't know what the secret is.
Because you just see yourself staring back.
Uh-huh. What?
I mean,
Hey, Elka.
hey, butt out.
Who's Nils?
Exactly. And anyway, there wouldn't even be a hole because James fills my heart till sometimes I think it's gonna explode.
We're just going all over the place. It seems to me like you probably will end up having to fight and take out several bears. And see, that's a secret, so that's not the way in. Good to know. There is something to be said about Mario 64 and how Mario would yip and yap, and it would be like, yee, yeah, yahoo! And you would get, you just had that triple jump from the beginning, you had a wall kick from the beginning. There was just a lot of motion happening, specifically in Mario 64. And those elements are not in this game. So, at least not yet. Would be appreciated later on if I could fairly quickly gain some more skills to wander around. Alright, So I used basically a fast travel to get to the boathouse. And that's what I suspected was over here, was a boathouse that would lead to the lake, and on the other side of the lake would be the abandoned asylum that we heard about in the backstory. Here we have a lake monster begging us forward.
You have a water phobia? Me too!
Huh? No. Well, yes. My family has this problem with water. It's a bunch of hooey anyway. Some old gypsy curse about how we're all supposed to die in water. If you can believe that.
Oh!
Weird.
I thought it was about the whole thing with the brain-eating fish that walks out of the lake at night to hunt for victims. Well, see ya! Hey Raz. I saw you and Lily talking in the coach's class, and I was wondering, were you asking her to go with you?
What? No! I'm here to train.
The
No
dialogue
distractions.
certainly
Excellent.
goes
Bye.
in weird directions, like comedic and then dramatic, just in the same conversation. So, I guess the question will come down to, can we...
If anyone talks to the
Are these the
great
same?
deals in the main lodge store. Drop by for great prices on dream fluffs, side
So,
doors, and
these
more, all
posts
available for just
are
a few
all the
pieces of
same,
Psychonauts.
I think. Which is good. Meaning I don't really have to look at any more of them, since I've already heard everything there is to say there. Let's see. And everything here seems to indicate...
Hey, Mr. Cruller, can I take out a canoe?
Mr. Who? You will call me Admiral, son. No, you can't charter a vessel. Not without an oarsman's badge.
Okay, so we need the oarsman's badge, and seemingly we can go wherever we want.
What's that round thing up on the dock?
That thing? Oh man, let me tell you about that thing. That thing is none of your stinking business.
I think we...
Good one, Bobby.
Like, I want these guys to
What are you guys
leave
doing?
the story very
You
quickly,
kid.
because they're gonna get very annoying as just gatekeepers and barriers. We can walk in the water, but I am noticing that the monster did just attack me as soon as I touched the water.
Hey, are you psychic fishing? I've read about that.
Oh, I could never fish. That would be terrible. Regular people can be mean to fish, I guess, but I can't. I can hear everything the little guys are thinking.
Fish think? About what?
Well, normally not much, but today they're all kind of freaked. They're scared of something in the lake.
Me too. Now that I know it's full of freaked out thinking fish.
There's something big and scary out there, Raz. I wonder, could the old legends be true? What's that?
So I can't get over there to get to that collectible. I can't get over there to get
I
that
can barely
collectible.
hear you.
So there's probably not a lot you can actually do. And at some point we are going to psychically interact with these animals. Obviously I wouldn't be able to highlight them if that wasn't the case. But as it currently stands, I think I'm probably maxing out everything I can collect, and I don't think I'm actually at a point where... Yeah, I can't make that jump. I need some kind of longer jump. I was going to pull that off. Yeah. What's this? Psychonauts comic number 1. And the whole swinging mechanic there, like anytime a game implements a swinging mechanic, you pretty much have to be able to just hit A, then A to double jump, otherwise it becomes incredibly slow. Not just far too slow. So. Oh yeah, I could climb trees too. I'd kind of forgotten about that. Although maybe in this case, all the trees are wiggly enough that you can't actually make it to where you're going. So yeah, I'm really grinding here. Just trying to make sure I have done everything and looked at everything. Clearly there are some gated off sections. And clearly there are some abilities that I am not quite ready to implement. And almost certainly you can pretty well guess that you're going to run into a lot of arrowheads after we do this next section. Okay, I wanted to go over there. We were over there already. Wanted to instead go over here and collect this. And I think that's probably all I needed. So let's jump back down. They kind of lock you in a weird way away from this building. Let's go and talk to this girl since we haven't talked to her.
Hey Lily, do
in
you
this
know where Sasha
location.
9's secret lab is?
Secret? It's printed on your map. Duh.
Oh, I knew that. I was just curious if you knew where Sasha 9's lab was. Because I do.
Uh-huh.
Definitely feels like Lily should be, as a character, she really should be as a character, like a friend of Zaz's to begin with, or at least know who he is, and have
anything
just
new in
like
the
an
store?
established
Take a look.
relationship.
Whoa, that's my last cobweb duster.
Okay.
Now with that, now, you take that psi core there, put it together with 9 psi cards, and you'll have yourself a brand new psi challenge marker, which is worth a whole rank, you know.
See, and should we buy a bunch more of these? Or
Now
should
that
we save
does
ourselves
time.
up?
Now here's something every young psi cadet
This
needs.
attracts mental health and other useful psychic energies.
And with that, you can change the color of
This
some of your
changes
psi
the color of your
powers, like
levitation ball, which is
Whoa,
not
that's my
useful.
last cobweb duster.
This collects
Take that into
cobwebs,
someone's,
which we need to do.
Dream fluffs. Delicious, nutritious. Now that dowsing
This
rod will help you find
locates
arrowheads. that are
arrowheads.
buried. Now, it's
So let's
dream
buy
fluffs.
one of
Get it
these.
sold to the big-headed kid with the gloves.
Alright.
What else can I
That'll
do you
give
for?
us a help.
Now, you take that psi core there.
And let's just
Alrighty
buy
then. What else can I do you for?
like
Now,
more of
you take
these, I
that
suppose.
psi core there, put it together with
Because
9
none of these
psi
other
core. Now, with
magnets
that,
are that useful.
Now that dowsing, now that
Unless the dowsing rod
would help you find arrowheads that are
would
buried
help me
deep. Now,
later.
you take that. Alrighty then. What else can I do you
We'll
for?
just take
Sold to
more
the
of
big-headed
these.
kid with the gloves. What else can I do you for? Excellent choice. What else can I do you for? Now,
So we have
that's it.
7
Now,
psi cores.
Go get more airheads and come on back. Support your local merchants.
But we still don't have a way to use the site cores at all. Okay, well, we've got to go forward, clearly. I think the only thing I could do is go back to the cabins and collect a small thing I may have missed, and that's about it. If you jump over the edge, you just get reset. Good to know. So the way this is designed is that you've got to go at least to one location to get to the other location, which is interesting, but I'm not sure changes much. And if I need arrowheads, I almost certainly would want to come to the ocean area. I imagine there is a area very specific that is really good to just grind out and get more arrowheads. But map-wise now, yeah, we've seen the entire camp pretty much, and we know that there's the wood shortcut areas. So let's go in here and see what this does. We hear kids crying, which frankly is never a pleasant sound, so
Is anybody out there? Let me out! Help! Somebody! There's no family here!
So kids are just trapped in these domes? Is that what's going on? Yeah, this game has to be real careful because this could quickly change in a player's perception from being cartoony silliness into just straight up, here's a story of a school, or not school, but a summer camp abusing a child or multiple children. Yeah. It just seems like there's no way to.
Thanks. I thought I was gonna have to eat my own arm.
Interesting.
What is this thing?
It's a GPC, a Geodesic Psycho-Isolation Chamber.
Oh man, cool!
Did we just free a bad guy?
Do you have any idea what this does?
Something cool?
No. It's a 6-sensory deprivation tank, a hermetically sealed metaphysical hotbox. It's solitary confinement for psychics.
Nasty. And the coach locked you inside it?
Nah, the staff hasn't put any kids in the GPC since the 50s. Bobby threw me in here.
Bully and dwarf accomplice should assault own size or larger only. While in cooler, perhaps notice gigantic bear with skin where hair should be?
I didn't see anything in there. That's the whole point.
Just so. Empty now. Good luck, small ones.
Hey, wait!
And I feel like the Russian guy is gonna end up just being the bad guy. I think we're gonna end up with that cliche. Alright, so I opened one by pressing A and doing a ground pound.
Looks like one of the buttons is missing.
So I guess I wanted to get your attention with him crying, but you know, you could have easily done that with just having him say help, help. I feel like you made a artistic choice there, and I don't think it's gonna be it was the popular choice to have a kid crying and be the thing to direct you to move towards that direction. Alright, well.
Call me crazy, but I have a weird feeling that button Sasha gave me goes here.
Okay, how do I use the button?
Call me crazy, but I have a weird feeling that button Sasha gave me goes here.
Alright, I was given a button. Right trigger, right bump, left bump. Back button doesn't do anything. X,
Call
Y,
me crazy, but I have a weird feeling that button
B,
Sasha gave me
A.
goes here.
Ah, okay. So the game literally has not told me about using the D-pad at all up until this point. To pull an item from your backpack, point to it with the keyboard or the left stick, then press A. To return to your backpack later, press B. Okay. To view your current psi powers in this thought bubble, view your current psi powers in this bubble, or press D-pad left to see what's in your backpack. So we have basic brain merit journal. So it's left and right, no up and down. Okay. So we have smelling salts, and I guess that's how we would have used that. Yeah, we also have a crow feather, which I don't know what you do with that. Okay. So that's how you pull it out. So, question. Crow feather. Maybe tickle somebody? Smelling salts?
I don't want to crack open these smelling salts unless I'm in a mental world.
So that's just a way to exit. None of these are right trigger or left trigger
And I really want to
addressable.
get out. They smell pretty bad.
See, yeah, I just don't get why there's a prompt at this point. It's just bad programming.
Agent 9?
A lack of
I'm here
care
for the advanced training.
to say, hey, just don't show these prompts if you don't have anything equipped or you don't have the ability to have anything.
Lady, I'll get those files out of your way just as soon as I'm done with these tests.
Okay. So we've got these stained glass patterns. I don't know if there's anything up here. I don't think there is. Let's grab that. And almost certainly that there's no extra little collectible or anything. So like running over here and smashing things, I don't think are going to lead towards any collectibles or scavenger items or anything
So
like
what are
that.
we gonna learn? Bending spoons? Burning stuff?
So yeah. And then he has a shortcut, seemingly, and I imagine I'm just gonna end up walking close to him and That'll just trigger a cutscene. And he's gonna try something. I don't think I immediately assume that he's a bad guy, but he might be. They all kind of feel like bad guys. So yeah, I guess I just talk to him. You don't even
I've been hearing
trigger
a
a
lot about
cutscene.
head explosion, and I was wondering.
Science, Rasputin. That is what we practice down here.
Hmm.
Not parlor tricks. If you are serious about exploring the possibilities of your mind, step up to the brain tumbler and we'll
What
begin.
really
Brain tumbler?
irritates me is that I figured out how to get to the item menu, and yet I still don't have the psi cores and that stuff. So I've yet to figure out how to do any of that. Alright. Brain tumbler, here we go.
So, what's this hairdryer thing do?
Ah, you're ready for the brain
Once again,
tumbler.
we may
With
have
this
a
device,
long
we will send you
cutscene.
deep into your own psyche, where you should find unparalleled insight and power.
Excellent. Tumble away.
Now just relax. This will not hurt. Unless something really very bad happens.
So I imagine these might be more
Wow.
platforming
what the inside of my
challenges,
mind
or
looks
just
like?
challenges
Not
of
yet.
some sort.
You're still traveling to the astral plane. This is a tiny corner of what we call the collective unconscious, a place in which all of our unconscious minds are connected. You have just begun your training, Rasputin, so many of the connections with other minds are still not developed for you, and those doorways remain just out of reach. But the more you explore the mental world, the more connections you will form. Right now, the only unconscious world you can enter is that one, your own.
So I think
Step through
we
it and we'll continue.
have a high chance of backstory here. Which, okay. And at some point we may very well just use this as a fast travel location to go to each of the levels. So if we look here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 worlds seems somewhat reasonable. And then in each of these rooms you have all the collectibles being highlighted as far as what you're looking for to collect. What's odd though is that the basic training world should be also open to you, and seems like it isn't. What happens if you fall into the void? Nothing. Okay, good. Good to know. Figured that was worth a try, even though there's an invisible wall there. A lot of loading. A lot of things that on the Psychonauts 2
Sasha?
engine could be
Where am
improved
I?
upon.
You are inside your own mind.
It would
I'm
make a
not
lot
sure
of sense
where.
to just
Tell me,
use
what
the
can you
new
see?
engine to remake
I
the
see
old game.
A rundown gypsy
We've seen that
caravan.
with
Do you recognize it?
Resident Evil
Yes.
2 remake,
It's where I was born.
I see. Compelling.
because then once they remade Resident Evil 2 with the new engine, it was mostly based on Resident Evil 7's new engine. It was then very easy for them to make Resident Evil 3 remake. And I think that will be something that we see more of in video games as the years go by, is that we'll see entire series of games remade using more modern techniques. Of course, in the case of Resident Evil 2 and 3, they were very similar games using the same old engine, so the conversion process was very easy there, where it won't always be the same for other companies. And I would say Double Fine is kind of in that weird position where they kind of didn't use the same engine. Let's see, this looks like to catch this guy you just have to get tight corners. Rasputin's getaway. So you're a circus kid, apparently, and You ran away from the circus instead of running away to the circus. And you used the world's smallest pony. Okay. Think we figured that out. And here you have a teleport option. And it doesn't seem like there's any other things.
Sasha, I'm going inside the caravan.
What do you see inside?
No, I'm just in a
Uh-oh.
sphere of static.
No, I'll figure it out.
Razputin, tell me what is happening.
So we had to punch our way out of an
Razputin,
egg,
are you okay?
basically.
What do you see now?
I see a small, bunny-like animal thing.
An unfamiliar animal entity in a dream often represents a primal fear or memory. Follow it, and it should lead you somewhere important.
Check. Okay, Mr. Bun. You and I are gonna be tight. Wherever you go, I go. Like 2 peas in a... Hey! Come back here!
It still feels very tutorial-y. In fact, it feels too tutorial-y, considering. See, these figments of imaginations are not really giving us any hints. Yeah, considering we had already done 3 sections of the first area, would definitely have made more sense to have us just walk around and follow a rabbit. Let's see. Okay, there is some kind of thing that needs to be taken out there. What was that? Okay. Beating the meat does not get you an achievement or anything else. That may very well have just been too dirty of a thought for this game. Yeah, it feels like you're in the mind of the rabbit, not the mind of Zaz, or Raz. Yeah, his name's Raz. Yeah, I'm gonna confuse his name with Zaz in the DC universe. So I'll probably need to remind myself just by calling him Razputin. Sure seems like you're just finding everything, which maybe they wanted you to, in this level, find everything so that it's nice and easy and it doesn't take that long. There definitely feels like there's more things to break and more things to collect.
Sasha?
What is it? Another bunny?
No, this is more of a super scary flaming-eyed demon kind of deal.
Oh.
What?
Okay, I'm pulling you out of there. Just give me a second.
Sasha?
Hold on, I'm still getting some unusual interference.
We haven't
It's
had...
fascinating. As if someone else...
Agent 9?
Sorry. Almost ready.
Sasha!
Yeah, oddly, it really is not...
That should not have happened. We need to try that again.
Not long cutscenes, but...
I don't think I need to be in the tumbler with the glowy eye guys anymore.
Suit yourself. You know, in many tribal societies, learning to defeat the monsters you see in your dreams is considered a rite of passage. I can train you to fight. Come see me when you're ready.
Yeah. That certainly is an idea that could have been played out more, is that these were Native Americans, all these characters, and they were going on dream walks, smoking peyote or whatever, to defeat their own nightmares. Yeah, and there's definitely room, potentially, to make a game like that. Okay, so what is our goal now that we've done that? Defeat the big monster I saw. So do I want to defeat the big monster by going back in? That's weird. Or do I want to defeat the big monster by going to the lake?
Okay, I'm ready to learn how to really fight.
Oh, really?
What?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't think you'd really take me up on that offer. It usually scares the kids off.
Well, not me. I'm ready to kill for my camp.
Listen, I'm sorry, but I can't train you. Agent Vodello would kill me.
What's the big deal? What she doesn't know won't hurt her.
You don't even have a marksmanship learner's permit. I could lose my job.
I'll get one.
Even if you used that secret passage over there and snuck into his sanctuary, Agent Cruller would never give you a marksmanship learner's permit.
Agent Cruller.
Never in a million.
I'm off. Be right back after I talk with Agent Cruller.
Okay, so it doesn't just let you jump down that
Where
way.
would you like me to take you, Agent Cruller?
So Agent Cruller must be the girl. Let's go to Ford's. I mean, my sanctuary is highlighted. Otherwise, we can use this to go anywhere we want. It's just too many options here, and this should just be full screen.
Let's go to Ford's, my sanctuary.
Yes, noble Psycho Master.
And certainly you would have wanted to take this to the next level and have a map pop up and that be integrated in kind of a fast travel system, since the map already exists.
You finally made it.
It's an honor to finally meet you in person, sir. I thought I recognized you in my dream, but I couldn't be sure. Now that I see you in your element, there's no doubt. You're Ford Cruller, the greatest leader the Psychonauts ever had.
Well, you shouldn't believe everything you read in True Psychic
Weird.
Tales magazine.
So, are there just multiple versions of the same character, or do just all the adults look the same to me? Like, we've seen this guy multiple times, or we've seen this 3D model multiple times, but apparently they're different people, or maybe those are psychic clones of Agent Cruller. Let's see. And now we, I guess, just have actual dialogue. Let's ask the real question.
I saw you raking leaves. Was that a disguise?
Yes, well, I have many disguises. It helps me keep an eye on you kids wherever you go. Now,
Yeah.
when I'm in disguise, I may pretend not to recognize you. Don't blow my cover, okay?
Say no more.
Interesting.
Your secret identity is safe with me.
I think it's clones. Alright, well.
What are you doing here at Whispering Rock?
This trading facility is built right smack on top of the largest titanium deposit known to man. It runs under this whole valley and makes this a very critical area for the Psychonauts. So I'm here to look after it.
Is
and
the
to make sure
Titanium
you
directly
little
below
spoon benders don't kill each other.
his facility? I suppose we'll just go with the full conversation.
What's Titanium?
Titanium is a very rare psychoreactive mineral that crashed here on a meteorite hundreds of years ago. It responds to psychic waves, focuses them, amplifies them. It can make psychics more psychic, but it can also make unstable people more unstable. Not everyone can
Interesting.
handle that much activity in that part of their brain. It can drive them completely out of their gourd. Gives this valley an interesting history.
What does all this equipment do?
Well, up here, it's all intel. Down that hallway is the observation room. No tests going on in there right now.
It's kind of like a
Maybe later.
bat
And
cave.
beneath us, I have special machines for rebuilding side challenge markers and detangling mental cobwebs. You should go familiarize yourself with those. They'll come in pretty handy for you.
Yeah, I want to go look at that quickly. And so we keep this one.
So, what mission are you on down here?
Well, from here I can monitor world events, look for signs of psychic terrorism, ripples in the astral plane.
And then fly out and save the day, right? You've got a jet hidden here somewhere.
It
I'll
definitely
bet.
feels
Well,
like
you know, these
even
days
when
I'm really just more
Psychonauts
of
2
a
comes out,
dispatcher.
that
I spot the trouble and send out a,
unless
a
Microsoft, who
young
now
age,
owns
like
Double
Mia
Fine,
or Sasha.
kind of forces them
maybe
to
you
make more
someday.
games that are in that 3D adventure platforming style, that the engine and the code for Psychonauts 2 probably won't get used for any other Double Fine games until a Psychonauts 3 potentially was made. And that's a shame. Like, we do, I think, need a few more adventure games. And maybe with Microsoft owning several companies now, they would hand the code for the engine over to another company to make it a different game in a different series. I also wouldn't be surprised, though, if a lot of changes happen as soon as Psychonauts 2 is published. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll do this and hope it doesn't just immediately start
Sasha says I
something.
need to learn how to fight better.
You want to teach you advanced combat on your first day?
Yeah, I had a vision with a huge monster with yellow eyes and a big mouth full of gnashing teeth.
Did it happen to spit anything at you?
Yeah, I think it was like an old diving helmet or something.
I see. Yes, well, we'd better get you armed.
Why? What's happening?
Nothing. Prepare your mind. That's the motto of the Psychonauts. Here, this is a marksmanship learner's permit. It will only work when you're in Sash's mind. Once you complete his shooting range, you'll get the real merit badge and you can Psy-blast anywhere you want.
Thanks.
Interesting.
Psyblast?
Oh, you'll find out. Now get going. We can't have the camp overrun with big-eyed garbage-spitting monsters, can we?
No, sir. I'd better go. Lots of work to do.
Good
This is
luck, Razputin.
so incredibly
Thanks. I'll
slow.
need it.
Don't worry. I'll be right here with you. Inside your head.
My head?
Yep. I want to keep my eye on you, son, so I'm going to be a psychic stowaway inside your noggin. If you ever want to make me appear, you can do it with this special device.
It's a piece of
Is that-
bacon.
A piece of bacon?
Oh, yeah. I just love bacon. I smell that stuff and I can't help it.
See, I kind of feel
drop
like this guy
everything
is
and
just
come running.
not real.
Okay. Do you have like a little baggie or something I could put this in?
You get a move on or I'll eat that right here.
So now the right trigger does something.
Now, before you go electrocuting yourself, let me tell you how these babies work.
Let's-
Now, this beauty here is a mental cobweb detangler.
Ooh, I know what those are. Mental cobwebs are...
You see, when an area of your psyche is neglected for too long, mental cobwebs form. Now, up in the camp store, they sell a very special device known as a mental cobweb
So
duster.
we don't have
You
that.
can take a
We need
projection of
more
it into the mental world with you and use it to
arrowheads.
extract any cobwebs you find.
His
The
nose
duster
looks
stores the
awful.
cobweb's psychic energy on the real world side. So you can take what you
I don't know
collect
if I
back
wouldn't
here,
like this
hook it
game
up
if
to
they
the
were
loom,
actually war
weave that
Muppets
tangled mess
or
into
puppets.
something useful, like a card from a side challenge marker, which brings us to this fella over here. You put 9 psi cards into this guy, along with 1 psi core. Also
So
sold in the company
one
store for a nominal
cobweb
fee,
gets you
and it will kick out a
1
bona fide
card.
side challenge
So
marker,
basically the
which will earn you
cobwebs
a
are just
promotion to a
the
higher
last
rank.
10%
Rank up
of
enough,
all the
you'll
cards
earn new
to
psychic
collect,
abilities.
or
You got it?
thereabout, I would guess.
Put my mental cobwebs in there, and my psi cards and cores in there, and soon I'll be able to burn stuff.
Yep, basically. Have fun.
Okay, well. over here. I noticed that there's another side card, but I don't know if I'll find any more in this area. Seems like it's a fairly small area. We had to get here before we could do anything. So we put one in psychically, holding our finger. It seems like it's just gonna do it several times. So we ranked up to 14. Am I supposed to hit start to see that new thing or what? Are we supposed to look at the scavenger hunt item? Throwing original issue in which the Psychonauts get their name and designed their first costumes also introduces the character of Clyde, the cautious cougar who teaches fire starting safety. In a funny way, I feel like Costume Quest kind of has the same idea, sort of the same feel as this game. Let's see. But let's see. Alright, let's use this, I guess.
Don't go pulling that out when I'm physically nearby, or I'm telling you I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. So we now know the abilities.
Now don't go pulling that out when I'm
How do
physically
you
nearby.
put something away?
Or I'm telling you I'm gonna eat it.
Alright. Press B. Bestow an item. Okay, good to know. But even the Costume Quest series, which had 2 games and made it an RPG experience, these are not figments of imagination. By the way, just wanted to double check that. That kind of got replaced with a game called Knights and Bikes, which I don't think Double Fine had anything to do with. Double Fine, like many companies, has tried to be a publisher first and not really a game developing company, and it kind of didn't work. Like they didn't have much to offer, honestly. Let's see, right? See, he's got that prompt. But I can't really activate the prompt. And undoubtedly, I would always get that prompt first here in this location. I suppose there's a possibility I wouldn't. But yeah, had I somehow made it to rank 10 on my own outside of this area, then I would have had the prompt somewhere else. Let's just get out of here.
Where would you like me to take you, Agent Cruller?
Let's see.
It's time to go to the lake.
Yes, sir,
I
Admiral,
suppose
sir.
we could go to the lake. That's the wrong place, but whatever. Let's see if we can now pull out this. And he just
Take
comes
it.
out of your ear.
Hey, looks like you're ready to take on a new psychic power. Ready to come back and get your new merit badge?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
So we'll just immediately jump right back to where we were.
In recognition of your hard work, dedication, and mental agility, I'm proud to bestow upon you the official merit badge for Pyrokinesis.
And see, he signed the previous badge also. So clearly he's going to be a big character. So we can now set things on fire.
Can't wait to burn. Hey, what are we doing here?
Inside your mind? Well, I thought you'd like to be in a familiar place for your first pyrokinesis lesson.
Lesson?
Shh, now think of something you'd like to burn. Ah, yes, I heard you were raised in the circus. But why would you want to burn all these happy memories here?
If they were happy memories, I wouldn't have run away. My dad, he hates psychics, and he knew I was becoming one. So all day long, he would force me to practice my acrobatics, hoping to distract me, or maybe hoping to kill me. I never was sure.
Now why are you still talking when you could be burning stuff?
So yeah, we're getting more backstory. Alright, so right bump.
Come on now, just look at something. And then you... Great! Now,
So it's just
burn
right
the
bump.
rest. You're getting warm. Focus.
It's just crazy though that you're gonna be 3 or 4
Razputin,
hours
lock your mental focus
away
on this last one and hold it while you use your pyrokinesis
before you even
power.
could unlock one of these abilities.
Razputin, lock your mental focus on this last one and hold. Excellent work.
Did I just burn a dog?
Fire's pretty.
Okay, that's the end of the lesson. You're free to go, but
See,
you have
and
to
I get
promise
the
me
idea of it
only use
being
your
funny,
power,
but it
pyrokinesis
really
only
isn't
when it's very,
playing
very
and
important,
written
or
well
it's really,
enough.
really entertaining.
I promise.
And if you're doing it to impress girls, make sure none of them have on a lot of hairspray.
Okay. And I imagine it will be quite the time before we would be able to level up like more. I'd need like 6 more levels. And I can imagine a few places, at least one specific place where pyrokinesis would be useful. Well, actually, there was the thing in the freezer too. That would probably be a useful place to have pyrokinesis also.
Where would you like me to take you, Agent Crawler?
Let's see. Agent Neen's lab.
Agent Nine's lab, please.
Agent
With
Nine's
pleasure.
lab. 9 is in German, no. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. I guess we'll probably have a boss
Okay, I
fight.
got it. Check it out.
And
Excellent. Well,
theoretically,
what else is covered?
for a
Are you
modern
sure you
game,
are ready to do this?
this
It
would
could
be
dangerous.
a fairly quick boss fight.
Yes. Are you gonna pull me into your mind like the coach did?
No offense, but it's time you saw what an organized mind looks like.
So here we have another cutscene. He puts a little door on his head. It's funny that it's a physical door. You would kind of expect them to say that the doors are made out of the arrowheads.
Welcome to my mind.
It's so empty. I mean,
There's more here than meets the eye, but I've learned to keep it under strict control, and that's what I'm going to teach you.
So I don't
Control
know if
your
this is going to be a
feelings, your
boss
fears,
fight,
your anger.
or if this is
You
going to
must
be a
learn
whole
to
level.
Control them, focus them,
If it's going to be a level,
concentrate them,
it'll
and
probably
release
be
them.
an hour and a half.
No, as firepower. Say something hideous and horrible jumps out at you. Something so disgusting that it simply must die. So tacky. I can't look directly at it, but I control those feelings. Focus them, concentrate, and release. And the world is a better place. Your turn.
Of course, there's a major problem having the firepower ability first,
Well done, Raz.
and
Keep
then
shooting. Well done, Raz.
I can say that the psychic
Excellent.
blasts are
A
much
victory
faster.
for good taste. Now you
Also,
must strive for
kind of
precision when
highlights that
targeting. Say you were
fighting
set upon by multiple
mini
attackers.
games previously would have
You
been
need
way
to
easier
dispense with them
had
in a
I
certain
when I
order.
go back and play it
Eliminate
again.
these monsters in the proper sequence, and we can move on to the next lesson.
Okay. So you hold the left trigger to target, and then
Good. Again.
you can
Good. Again. Now then.
move with the right stick.
Is this what you saw in your vision?
Well, it sure seemed a lot bigger in my head.
Problems often seem larger in our heads than they really are. That's an important lesson to learn.
But
This is a sensor, an integral part of any sane person's mind. The sensors roam through your psyche, looking for thoughts that don't belong, hallucinations, manias, waking dreams. The sensors hunt them down and censor them out.
why do they come after me? I'm not a mania.
Yes, but you are a foreign entity in my mind. You technically don't belong here.
Yes, but I was attacked in my own head.
Yes, well, the brain tumbler could be malfunctioning, or you could be insane. We'll test for that later. For now, blast it.
Okay. Like, he pulled a switch.
That's the spirit.
I killed it.
It was just a thought I was having, and it's not dead. It has just returned to its basic form, raw psychic energy. Go absorb it. It's good for your mental health.
Kind of hard to get up
As
there.
you absorb this energy, your mental health increases.
For no reason.
But as you psyblast,
It would have been
you
easier
expend
just to
your
have it
will to do
on the
damage.
ground.
So be on the lookout for these small, dense clusters of raw psychic aggression. Absorb these as well to make sure you always have enough firepower. Now I'll leave the machine on for you so you can practice. You have to blast 1,000 sensors to earn your marksmanship merit badge. Come back every day for practice, and you should have enough in as little as 3 weeks.
3 weeks? I only have a few days to earn all my merit badges and become a psychonaut.
Slow and steady wins the race, my eager young friend. Now practice, slowly and carefully.
You'd almost assume that
man.
the Psychonauts would just see that it's not really like worth your worth their time to seek parental permission, and they would just erase the memory of Raz ever existing in their parents' mind when they showed up, if they showed up. Alright, well, at this point,
They're coming out faster, but still not fast enough.
so you could grind here, certainly, and get 1 coin if you wanted it, but 1 or 2 coins, maybe 3. So let's just rank it up. Let's just go ahead and crank it all the way to the max.
Still not fast enough.
Yep, I can see where the magnet would come into play and be helpful. Let's just crank it all the way to the max. And I think this is just going to be a boss fight.
Oh yeah, come to Papa.
Raz, what have you done? This is not control. This is chaos. I'll try to fix it. You stay here and keep the numbers under control.
Alright, so let's see what this looks like. 69 fragments, 5 cobwebs. It looks like what we're going to do here in Sasha's shooting gallery is still just play the game as it is, as we've played it before. I can't even save, so I'll have to be careful about that. But yeah, this game is still moving very, very slowly. I really don't know how you would fix that other than to just like cut out every cutscene and make it a walk and talk style cutscene in a new engine. That way you could be wandering around collecting things as people were psychically talking to you. That would make a lot of sense instead of seeing a cutscene. Cut out a lot of cutscenes in general. Just have the characters move faster in general. Having a double jump, triple jump, or just a faster run or faster jump certainly would help a lot too. But yeah, this game is heavily focused around the story, and I'm sure that's why its audience loves it, but as an actual interactive medium, it's failing to really appeal to me. And arguably, playing this game like 15, 16 years after it came out is a problem, and that will always be the problem for anybody playing a new game or playing a very old game for the first time in their life, is that it can't possibly hold up to modern standards. There's not anything here that's so far been awful. It's just slow. And I imagine I would say the exact same thing if I was playing Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie for the first time. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.